Thank you, Nick, and thank you, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see everybody here. You know, everybody is asking me all the time, and by everybody, I think I do mean everybody, just about. I feel like I've talked to just about everyone in the county. They all say, why are you running for mosquito control? After all, you know, they don't build statues to mosquito control commissioners. They're probably not going to get on a stamp or anything. No little boy tells his mother, I want to grow up to be a mosquito control commissioner. No offense, Dick or Joe. Anything else? Well, why am I running? It's because about 10 years ago when I moved down here, I represented mosquito control. I got to know who the members of the commission are. I got to know several members of the staff. I got to understand the budgeting process. And for years, I've always felt that I and other people should always give something back to the community. Now, I didn't run immediately because I don't think that you should ever run for office until you've been involved in community service, giving something back. You know, lots of folks come to the community and they ask for a job. It's easy to do. But I always ask candidates, what have you given back first? So after several years of all of that, I finally decided I was going to run. And it so happens that about the time that I'm running, we've had a downturn in the economy. We all know what that's like right now. We've all been suffering to one extent or another. Now, you know, I want to tell you a few things. Before I tell you all the wonders and thunders that I can do, I'm going to tell you a few of the things that I cannot do. Number one, I cannot put everybody back to work again. There's nothing that I can do that will return your house to the value that it was when you first bought it. But what I can do is I can give you a good value for your dollar. Because, you know, when I look at mosquito control right now, that's something that I'm not seeing is happening. You know, we pay the executive director of mosquito control $186,000 a year, plus a car, plus benefits, to manage 80 to 100 people. Remember how I said that no child wants to grow up to be a mosquito control commissioner? They want to grow up to be the executive director. Now, you know what? Ed Fussel's not a bad man. And nobody can blame somebody for accepting that job. You know, I'm not going to turn down a job because the salary's too high. Nobody will do that. But when you look at it, you know, that's making $50,000 a year more than the governor of Florida makes. It's making $35,000 a year more than the superintendent of education with 1,400 employees makes. It makes more than the city manager of Key West with 440 employees. Now, you know what? The Board of Commissioners has refused to this date to cap the salary. I'm not talking about firing somebody. I'm not talking about even cutting the salary. Nobody's capped the salary as of yet. Folks, how much more money are we going to continue to spend? $186,000 a year. Are we going to continue to raise it? God only knows. You know, I took a look at the fact that we exchanged those trucks. You know, those little pickup trucks that drive around spraying the mosquito spray out. We exchanged them at 70,000 miles. Now, you know, I have a CRV out here, and I tell you what, at the end of this campaign, everybody in Monroe County is going to know how many miles I have on that CRV. Because I tell people all the time how many miles. Right now, you know what, I didn't notice when I got out of the car today, but it's over 81,000 miles, and I don't have my own mechanic, and it's running just fine. We don't need to trade it out at 70,000 miles. Now, why do we trade the trucks out at 70,000 miles? Well, the answer I got was because they drive over salt marshes. I said, well, that's fine. Do you wash them? No. You know, you pull your boat out of the water and you wash it. Why don't you wash the truck? You know, it's obvious. Now, let me say this. To their credit, the Mosquito Control Board, since I've been campaigning, has decided to revisit that policy. It was spearheaded by Democrat Joan North Happy, joined in by Republican Dick Rudell, and the board, I think, should be congratulated on that. But there are still so many other things that we need to look at. You know, for instance, we just recently hired 8 new inspectors, domestic inspectors, whose job is to walk, that's W-A-L-K, like with 2 feet, walk from door to door in Key West. So we bought them all a brand new pickup truck. We have all kinds of things that are going on. Now, the way that I'm looking at things, I'm not going to talk too long, but you know, next year, the property appraiser is expecting that taxable property value is going to go down about 15, maybe even as much as 19% in Monroe County. That means that if we're going to continue to fight things like dengue fever, if we're going to continue to effectively control mosquitoes, we've got to either start cutting the budget or we've got to raise the millage rate. Now, the new budget that's been proposed raises the millage rate, I think, to 0.59%, or a little bit less. I'm sorry, 6.2?
6.2 something.
Okay, because you just got something new that I haven't gotten yet when you gave that. So it's 6.2% up from 0.4262. Now, you know, all I'm asking is that we decide the election on one simple question. before raising taxes, should the government cut wasteful spending? That's all I'm asking. If the answer is yes, my name is Jack Bridges, and I'm running for District 5 Mosquito Control. Well, actually, my name will be Jack Bridges, whether the answer is yes or no. Nevertheless, on August 24th, I'm running for Mosquito Control. I'm Jack Bridges. Thank you so much for letting me be here tonight. Look forward to talking to you individually. Thank you.